All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to be very quick. Going to be very quick as usual. Jump on, share with a friend, subscribe to the channel, invite your friends, your followers, your family, everyone. I want to just do a very quick 5 minute chat, pick up where we left off last week. So do me a favor very quickly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But share, subscribe, like, invite, and tag friends and family. We want to do this in 5 minutes or less, all right? Last week, your response was so overwhelming and so amazing. I'm actually indebted and I'm grateful that so many of you all enjoyed our quick conversation and chat. And I pray that we go just a little bit further today, because last week was very good. It was submission versus cooperation. We talked about the difference between what submission really is and cooperating, and how we can tell the difference, but also what are some of the results. And so a quick recap is that we talked about cooperating is for the sake of benefit. When we cooperate, we're really trying to get a benefit out of it. All right, let me say that again. Cooperation really is for the sake of getting benefit. You get benefit, I get benefit. It's mutual benefit, and so we do this based off of benefits. That's what cooperating is really about. You get something, I get something, and therefore, if I don't see benefit to it, then I usually don't invest in it. I don't involve myself in it, because when we only cooperate, we're trying to see what's best for me. It's rooted in self. On the other hand, submission is always a matter of heart, and it's a matter of value, as we discussed last week. So we discussed last week that submission was a matter of, I see the value in you, and so I easily come under you, or I easily go up under you, because it's better that we win than I win. So submission and cooperation is really the difference between me and we. And we discussed one of the biggest drawbacks was when we only cooperate, then we cease to cooperate whenever we cease to see benefit or perceive benefits. However, because I've predetermined that I value you, then it's easy for me to stay submitted to you or keep myself in a posture of submission. So it makes a difference in relationships, no matter what degree, what level, whether it's marriage, church, business. Even in business, we build business cooperations, and we cooperate together because there's mutual benefit. But I want to show you something in these next 3 or 4 minutes, just really concerning the difference between benefit and value when it comes to submission and cooperating. All right, and so here's my quick thought, and just see if this thought makes sense to you. All right, hear me out before you shoot it down. Before you say that don't make sense, before you turn it off, or before you write it off, just hear it out just for a minute, okay? You may remember in the book of Daniel, I love using the Bible as a reference point. In the book of Daniel, the 3rd chapter, the 3 Hebrew boys had an option to bow and worship when they heard music. So they had to make a choice whether they were going to bow or stay loyal to God. That was the whole premise. And so they were faced with, once again, crisis. They were faced with huge challenges, huge obstacles. It was just seemingly no way out. And they made a comment, and this was a comment they made. They said, even if he doesn't do it, Daniel chapter 3, we still know he's able. In other words, their comment was, even if we don't get the benefit out of doing this, we've already predetermined our value of him. Let me say that again. What those 3 Hebrew boys really said in essence was, we're predetermined how we value him. We predetermine his worth. We predetermine what he can do for us. And so because we predetermined, we're not just going to be making transactions. Our submission has nothing to do with getting the benefit out of this deal. In other words, if he does it or doesn't do it, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if he does or doesn't do it, because we're not just in it for the benefit. We're in it because we value him. And so those 3 Hebrew boys taught us a very quick principle that makes it very simple to understand, that even if I don't perceive benefits. So if they can't do what I want them to do for me, if they can't do it the way I want them to do it, if I don't discern or it does become obvious that I'm going to get the upper hand or it's going to directly benefit me, they predetermined that, and hear me, because I value him, because I valued him, then my choices and my actions are already predetermined. And so I made the comment last week that when we value, when we're submitted, our choices are predetermined. We don't pull out as quick. We're not in such a rush to walk away, to get out of something, because I value him. I value it. And so hear me as we bring this to a conclusion. Submission is easy as long as we keep value. So what they said was, we're not going to buy, we're not going to do a different transaction just because we may not benefit. We may burn up, we may become crispy like bacon in this fire. We may actually go all the way down, become ashes. I mean, we have no guarantee that he's going to intervene and rescue us. But our value for him keeps us postured properly for him. So even though we may not get the benefit now, my value for him will keep me in the right posture, and I'll get the benefit in the end. So people kept asking me, what are clear results? What is a clear result? How do you know the difference between cooperating and submission? It's predetermined decisions and destinations. Let me say that again. One of the clearest benefits, one of the clearest blessings of being submitted versus cooperating with someone or something is predetermined destination and decisions. Because I've already predetermined my value for you, my choices are already geared towards you, not towards me, but to you. And so I want you to understand, don't just participate and cooperate with God. Don't just participate in your marriage. Don't just participate in your church. Don't just participate in your business or your network or your organization. Be fully submitted to whatever it is you're joining to. Hear me when I say this in my conclusion. If you don't value it, then don't join yourself to it. Let me say that again. If you don't have the right value, then don't join yourself to it. Because if you submit to it, then you have to stay in a posture of valuing it and make your decisions and your destination the same. No longer are we just concerned with me. What do I get out of this? I want us to win. And because I want us to win, and I know that you have greater capacity, greater strength, and greater resources than me, it's easy for me to come up under you. I win when I submit. Let me say that again. I win because I get your resources. Here's my conclusion. If we submit one to another, then we both get the benefit of the full backing and resources of each other. But in times of adversity, crisis, and chaos, I don't need people, places, and things that are going to jump ship on me very quickly. No, we need people, things, places that have already predetermined come hell or high water. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I've already chosen you, and we're in this for the long haul. So hear me, my friend. What I'm asking you and what's been required out of you in this season is to stop just participating. Fully join, fully submit. Get all the value and reap the benefits of a full, healthy relationship, not just a part-time. I don't want to date you. God wants to marry you. You hear me? Don't date your church, join your church. Don't date your company, join your company. You're not going to get all you can until you give all that you have. My friends, we'll talk next week. We may change the subject, but please share the broadcast, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. You can message me If there are things you want us to talk about, dialogue about, or join in, reach out to us. We will include them in our ongoing conversation. But hey, whatsoever is born of God overcomes. You're born of God. You're created by Him. You're made to win. You are an overcomer. See you real soon.